Okay, so next up I'm going to show you how to do rounded capitals. Now it's very similar to how we've just done the block capitals. So I've gone and got ahead of the game by putting those block capital lines in there. But this time the letters are going to be rounded off. So to do this I'm going to use fine liner pen because my guides are there and I've had some practice, so I'm confident that I can get it right first time. So I'm going to come along, and where there was a square, it will this time be a circle on this one. And whereas on the last one we had square corners, this time we will have rounded corners. Rounded ends, rounded inside, like so. So again, I'm going to go along and put in my rounded edges. Again, still keeping the letter one square thick, but keeping everything much more rounded, or bubble letters as they're sometimes called. Now you can fast forward if you are comfortable with this. I'm just going to go all the way along, rounding the edges, rounding the insides, making sure that the letters are touching the guidelines in the width and in the height. So touching the guidelines at the sides, touching the guidelines at the top. Try and keep as straight as possible. Now the good thing about the fine liner is, if you have sketchy lines underneath, like some of mine are, I can come along afterwards with a rubber, like on this one here. I can take out the sketchy pencil lines and it will leave one nice, neat, confident line. So it hides a multitude of sins, this pen. So my K is quite sketchy, but once I've gone over it with the fine liner, rounding all the edges, touching the guidelines, I can then come along with my rubber, get rid of all the sketchy and untidy lines, get rid of all the guidelines. And they're starting to look really good. I can add some nice colour shading to those to make them look even better. And like I say, if you get good at this, you can practice without using the grid paper. Just use blank paper and a ruler, measuring out your letters so that each space is the same for the width and for the height. And what it does is, when you have to come to do a poster, if you want to make sure you're getting all the letters on and not squashed up towards the end, as sometimes happens, if it's all measured, then you know it's going to fit. And you can also practice by doing your name or by doing the rest of the letters from the alphabet. So good luck. Next I'm going to show you some lowercase letters. In the meantime, I might just go over and make these a bit neater, and again rub out the untidy pencil lines underneath. And hopefully I'll be heading for a good grade.